The Van Andel Arena was packed, the crowd bathed in orange light as Shinedown's Brent Smith strutted across the stage. It was April 2025. The band was in Grand Rapids and fans were filming when Smith strutted into a pyro cue. A wall of fire erupted, licking the edge of his jacket as he leaned in. For a split second, it looked like a rock god had stepped into a furnace. Smith spun away, his coat catching briefly, and sprinted toward the wings. He vanished behind the speaker stacks, reappeared seconds later, and finished the song while flames burst behind him. Fans watching the clip later could see how close it came to a full-blown disaster. According to local radio station Mix 95.7, Smith had forgotten the pattern of the flames and ran into the next blast head-on. He managed to run away as the edges of his coat caught fire before the next pyro cue. Adrenaline turned a potential tragedy into a viral moment, but this near miss wasn't an isolated freak accident. It was part of a long line of rock concerts where technical glitches, bad timing, and human error turned a night of joy into something else. To see just how wild it can get, let's look at a concert where the music literally stopped mid-song and the crowd took over. The night Don't Stop Believin' became a sing-along. On 14 March 2025, Journey took the stage at Houston's Rodeo. The band launched into Don't Stop Believin', but as the chorus swelled, something went wrong. Every light and speaker in the venue cut out. In the footage, you see guitarist Neil Schon look over his shoulder, bewildered, while fans kept singing the melody a cappella. Stagehands with fire extinguishers ran toward the amps, scanning for sparks. A voice came over the PA system, apologizing and promising a rescheduled show. The cause of the power cut was under investigation, and the band later explained that a technical fault in the arena's electrical system had tripped the breakers. What makes this moment special isn't just the blackout, it's the way thousands of fans picked up the song while the band stood powerless. The Houston mishap reminds us that even seasoned professionals are at the mercy of cables and fuses. Still, this story has a happy ending. Journey soon returned with a makeup date. But not every mishap can be solved with a rescheduled concert. Sometimes the show must go on even when the star is injured. That brings us to a legend who literally broke his leg mid-show and still didn't stop. Dave Grohl's bone-shattering commitment. On 12 June 2015, Foo Fighters were only 2 songs into their Gothenburg set when Dave Grohl jumped from the stage. He missed the ramp, crashed down, and stayed down. Cameras captured him telling the crowd, "I think I just broke my leg," but then vowing, "I'm gonna go to the hospital, I'm gonna fix my leg, but then I'm coming back." The band kept playing covers while Grohl was rushed backstage. An hour later, he returned with his leg in a cast, alternately using crutches or sitting in a chair as he sang. "I may not be able to walk or run, but I can still play guitar and scream," he told the crowd. Fan footage shows him grimacing through the pain, still pounding his guitar. Grohl's dedication turned an accident into lore. After the show, the band shared an X-ray of his broken leg on social media. It takes a special kind of showman to treat a broken bone like a wardrobe change. His tenacity kept the crowd in awe and set a high bar for resilience. As impressive as Grohl's endurance was, sometimes the misfortunes aren't visible until you hear the story of a cold night in Cincinnati when excitement turned deadly.
Who's Cincinnati tragedy? On 3 December 1979, temperatures hovered around freezing as fans lined up outside the Riverfront Coliseum to see The Who. Thousands pushed toward the doors, eager for the best seats. Witnesses remember feeling the crowd surge when someone thought the doors were opening. Dan Fearman, who was 17 at the time, recalled being caught in a wave of people picked up off her feet and seeing others pressed against doors. In the chaos, 11 concertgoers aged 15 to 27 died from asphyxiation. Survivor Fred Wittenbaum said later it felt like a wave that couldn't stop. Shockingly, the band was already on stage when the stampede happened. They continued playing, unaware of the tragedy outside. The incident led Cincinnati to ban general admission festival seating for decades. It also prompted venues worldwide to rethink crowd control. The Who's show reminds us that sometimes disaster strikes before anyone has even entered the building. That dark night casts a long shadow over concert safety, but it also spurred reforms. From this tragedy, let's move to another fire-related incident, this time involving one of metal's most iconic frontmen and his guitar, Metallica's Pyro Inferno. It was 8 August 1992 in Montreal. Metallica had just started their co-headlining set with Guns N' Roses when a faulty pyro cue changed everything. As James Hetfield walked forward, a pyrotechnic charge fired early, blasting flames across his left side. The only thing between him and the fire was his ESP Horizon double-neck guitar, which took the brunt of the heat. The neck was charred, and Hetfield later wrote that the guitar still smelled of burning. The accident left him unable to play for months, and he had to rely on a stand-in guitarist while he focused on vocals. In a retrospective interview, Hetfield said the pyro gear at the time lacked extra safety spotters, and that a brief delay meant he moved on to the flame. After the accident, Metallica canceled shows while Hetfield recovered. When they returned, the band reassured fans with visible safety improvements. This story isn't just about pain. It's about how near disasters lead to safer stages. But not every mishap involves fire or tragedies. Some are more slapstick yet still jarring, like the time a guitarist lived up to his nickname, The Edge, and The Fall. During U2's Innocence and Experience tour opener in Vancouver on 14 May 2015, the band built a walkway that arced out from the stage. Midway through I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, guitarist The Edge, real name Dave Evans, strode along that walkway while playing. He looked down at his fretboard, took one more step, and walked right off the edge. Video shows him vanishing into the darkness. Bono, Larry Mullen Jr., and Adam Clayton kept playing, barely missing a beat. Security guards helped him up. Later that night, The Edge posted a picture of his grazed arm with the caption, "Didn't see the edge, I'm okay." The moment became a meme, but it also highlighted how even elaborate stage designs can be hazardous. U2 adjusted their lighting and added railings on subsequent dates. It's a lighter example of how quickly things can go wrong when adrenaline and staging mix. And if a minor tumble can derail a show, what happens when the band can't even hear themselves? There's one more tale to tell that ties all these mishaps together.
The fragile dance between chaos and control. These stories span decades and genres, but they share a common thread, the high-wire act of live performance. Shinedown's Brent Smith walked into a wall of fire. Journey's amps died mid-song while fans kept singing. Dave Grohl shattered his leg and returned with a smile. 11 fans in Cincinnati never made it home after the Who show. James Hetfield's guitar saved him from a fireball. U2's The Edge proved that even a simple misstep can generate headlines. Each mishap has shaped how concerts are staged. Tighter pyro protocols, clearer crowd control, extra lighting on ramps. And yet, fans continue flocking to shows knowing that anything can happen. Maybe that unpredictability is part of the allure. In the moment, everyone shares the risk and the reward. When the lights go down and the first chord rings out, we trust that the people on stage have it under control. We also know that sometimes, just sometimes, the unexpected becomes the story you tell for years. Rock concerts are supposed to be raw, messy, and thrilling. They celebrate spontaneity and energy. The disasters and mishaps we've explored aren't just cautionary tales, they're reminders of the balancing act between spectacle and safety. Pyrotechnics can ignite passion and, if mistimed, clothing. A blackout can silence a band yet amplify the voices of thousands. A slip off the stage can become a punchline. A broken bone can turn into an anthem of resilience. And a poorly managed crowd can change lives forever. These moments are woven into rock history not because they destroyed the music, but because they tested it. Ultimately, every mishap underscores why rock music is still magical. It's real, unpredictable, and shared.